The serene and fresh air of the Hamptons in USA, well-manicured homes and good infrastructure is what every top celebrity and rich New Yorkers look for at the long and beautiful island. To rent a home at the Hamptons, one has to part with 3 million shillings. A former aeronautical engineer with the Kenya Air Force, 42-year-old Julius Mwale went to the US for studies and later worked there. During his stay, he was privileged to visit the Hamptons, giving him a grand idea. When he returned home to Kakamega, he borrowed a leaf and replicating the Hamptons in Kakamega. It is often said that a child belongs to the community, and true to that saying, Mwale is setting the pace. Balls of cotton seen during the day shifted into streams of grey, the color of ashen soot. They blanketed the sky, hiding the full moon in its full glory, leaving silhouettes of high-rise buildings in the silence of this humble village in Kakamega. An investment worth 19 billion sits on a 5,000 acres of land in Western Kenya. But before embarking on this journey, Julius did his research. He has since built roads, a 36-hole golf course, a supermarket, and residential homes.
So I was a member of the Air Force. I was an engineer there. So I was in the Air Force for 6 years. And then after I finished is when now I went abroad. And then when I was abroad is when I started my business now. And then my business was able to grow now for about, it's almost 20 years. And it basically grew to encompass thousands of workers, and then to be able now to give me the ability to be able to have the way to invest, back to the society that I grew up in. I decided to do a feasibility study. We spent 400 million shillings on the study. It took 5 years. Before we decided that, this is a worthy investment idea. It's a medical and technology city, which has a hospital and then has, a technology park. And so we began construction in 2014, and then we're going to end in 2020. So far we spent about 19 billion shillings in building over 150 kilometers of roads, more than 400 solar street lights, a mall, supermarket, a bed and breakfast, and more than 100,000 square feet of private residences. And now we have first section of hospital finished, and we're looking forward to finishing the airport, the technology park, the power plant, and the cable car system on a 36-hole golf course.
However, Mwale's journey to the top of entrepreneurship was not easy.
Now, the biggest challenge was, the land. If we're to build a city, you need the land. How are you going to get the land? Now, in this community, we had only 300 acres to begin with initially when we started the city. And we needed, to have more than 5,000 acres of land, to be able now to build all the amenities that are needed for the city. So we had to work with the local community to be able to buy in, so that they were willing to be participants into providing, land that will be used, to build most of the amenities for the city. And that was the biggest challenge, convincing, these people to be able to do that.
It is often rare to get someone philanthropic enough to give out their land, even if it meant for their benefit. But residents of Lunza willingly surrendered acres of land to allow the construction of the city.
Nimejitolea kumpa ekari 5 katika shamba langu, na pia nina mashamba mawili. Kuna shamba lingine nitampa eka 5, kwa shamba lingine nitampa eka 2. Na tumekubaliana kwamba atanijengea nyumba za kukodisha, na wakati nampa yeye eka 1 ananijengea nyumba zile tumekubaliana.
Mwale has committed to build rental homes for the community, which will be hired out to doctors working at the medical city.
So if I move a majority of the people that we're working with out of poverty, millions of people, then I can say now I have achieved something in life.
His dream of ensuring every member of his community benefits is coming to reality, since each landowner is now an investor in the city and virtually a millionaire.
Kwa mfano kama hapa kwangu kuna nyumba ambazo zitajengwa, yangu inajengwa tayari, kuna vijana wangu itajengwa, alafu vile vile kuna nyumba za upangaji ambazo hizo pesa zake zitakuwa zangu, na sehemu ambayo nimempa itakuwa atajenga huko miradi yake ambayo pia yeye atafaidika nayo. Kwa hivyo wakati mimi nafaidika upande huu wa pili, yeye anafaidika ule upande mwingine.
Mwale's work is driven by inspiration.
If you walk around at night here, you can walk even in the middle of the night. Yeah, there's no theft, there's no, people trust each other. Yeah, you can walk out on the street, no one is going to ask you for money because now they are financially secure. And those are the communities that we want to build all over the world, and here in Kenya for us.
The alluring attraction and serenity of the Hampton city has already captured the interest of high-profile investors, and soon the little-known Lunza village in Butere will be one of the most sought-after property investment hubs in Kenya and globally.
We have 4,800 homes for the healthcare personnel and technology personnel that are now going to work in the city. And those 4,000, 4,800 homes, are going to basically, they're going to welcome investors from, all over the world that are basically putting down commitments for those homes. Yeah, we've committed almost 3,000 of those homes, so only 1,800 are the ones left. From our own perspective, we are funding a third of the homes. So the rest of the homes are funded by investors that are coming in to be able to buy, into the city.
Despite the overwhelming success, Mwale has bigger dreams for the future.
It's a big city, and when it's finished, it's going to be that's bigger than Abu Dhabi. It's going to be the second largest city in Kenya, and you need to create civic institutions for that. You need to make sure that other cities like this can also expand. Developments like this within counties, within Kenya can expand, and they can basically do that to lift the lives of the people, within the country. So what I'm looking at in the next 20 to 40 years, it's doing projects like this all over, all over the continent, and within the country.
No matter what people tell you, your dreams and words can change your business. It is the dynamic of what you normally do. And that is exactly what Julius Mwale has done with his business. He has used his business ideas to transform lives of people. Sarah Adam, K24.